Hello guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have review of my 7 days mining on KS3L's solo versus pool mining. Also, we have a new just reward change. The reduction happened just today, I believe. Just probably about 5-6 hours ago. Right now is November 6, 2023 for the record. It's around 6 p.m. Pacific time. And we currently at 156 kaspa per block. Actually, it's 155.56, something like that, I believe, right? 155.56 and some change right there. So the next block reduction gonna happen in about a month on December 6th. So before we get there, we still have pretty much 30 days, and the hash rate been hovering around 50 to 54 pentahash for the last 3 weeks, I want to say, almost, right? So we're pretty close back to our prediction. However, this rate probably gonna jump by end of November. I have feeling like by probably 80 pentahash. So just stay focused, just be aware of it. Now the great news that the price of the kaspa went 6.48 cent right now. It hit probably 6.8. At one point it was 6.8 cents. I was able to sell some at 6.5, 6.7. Not at 6.8, but just to get a little bit of cash for tax purposes and for a new miner trying to get. Anyway, let's check it out. What do we have for our 7 days mining on the pool? So for KS3L, mining on K1 pool, pretty stable around 1600. This is overclocked. This is not overclocked. It's basically using the board for KS3M, which is technically a 6 terahash machine, pretty much. If you remember previous video, I had on this machine, it was pretty stable, getting over about 60 more kaspa more on the ham pool per day than my first machine, and about 25-26 more kaspa a day than my first machine when I did K1 pool on 2 of them for comparison. So now just keep that in mind, because my second KS3L with the KS3M board performed better by 25 coins. So when we look here, we actually did better on my first one, even though the hash rate is a little bit lower when we did solo mining on my node. So let's take a look how many blocks per day here I have recorded. So starting first day, hit 7 blocks, and then 10 blocks, then 14 blocks, then 8, 10, 9, 9. So in average, it was 7 blocks, well, 9.5 blocks per day, which rounded up pretty good to the 1,586 kaspa a day. Now, in the old days, like back in June, if you remember, guys, we just got KS0. Was almost doing, it's crazy to think it was doing about 1,400 kaspa a day. Well, the kaspa price was around 2 cents, 2.2 cents probably, or something like that. But in the kaspa amount, that was like pretty close to what we get in with KS3L now. So, and it's just been pretty much 5 months later, right? From 6, 7, that's where we started. So I don't know where we're gonna be in another 5 months. Probably a similar situation. This guy gonna be doing something that KS0 is doing right now. Looks like, right, with the rate that we going up. Hopefully not. Let's stay positive. Anyways, just want to point out that the solo mining was pretty successful in the first day on the node. However, I left it on the same settings, and if you see the last 2 days, I mean, it was like kind of going up, up, up. To the third day was like the most successful, like 14 blocks, and then going 8, 10, 9, 9, a little slower, and then the last day, which it's not in this table, it's actually on the new table. I only hit 2 blocks here. And it's not only the luck, but it was very, very slow, and then my PSU burned out on the it was 3 fan PSU. I didn't notice on the first batch as well was 3 fan option, so it burned out. I had to replace my PSU, so it was couple hours, like early in the morning, 4 o'clock. I noticed probably was down by 2 a.m. At 4 I went to replace by, luckily I had a spare PSU because I ordered it before for my first one. An extra one came in, and so yeah, but 6 a.m. it was up, so I was 4 hours out of mining, but regardless, only 2 blocks. And even if you deduct 2 hours, that's crazy. 4 hours, it's still like nothing, right? So I started switching the settings, and so I switched 6 hours, nothing, no blocks, switched it again. Another 4 hours passed, nothing, and then I switched it again and I hit the block and I left it on the settings. I'll show you guys. It started basically going, finding the blocks again after resetting finally with the settings I did for this KS3L. I didn't change a lot. I haven't changed my difficulty. I kept it the same. var diff, I set true. I haven't changed that. The only numbers I played with, and my minimum share difficulty 8192, I kept that high. Although I don't know if that even matters when it's difference. Very sorry about that. Difference is true. So what I really played with these last 2 numbers, I went all the way to the 17 and then back to 12, and then I went from 1 second to 3 seconds and back, and right around this spot where I start hitting the blocks, which I'm not sure if that's totally fine, because you know, maybe not the best settings, but it's just kind of like to get that luck, you have to kind of find a spot, and then it'll probably okay for a few days, and then we'll see. I'll be watching this. If it's not gonna perform, it's gonna slow down again, and I'm not gonna get more than 9 blocks a day. That means with the 9 blocks I'll be getting less than 1500, right? So kaspa, however, with the block reward change to 155, we'll be still getting we're not gonna get 1600 anymore, it's gonna be 1500, right? But interestingly to say, in the dollar value, it's actually we're getting more now. It was $80 with the 164. Let's just put it back, right? 164.81, and we had the kaspa price was around 49 or 50. Well, around, yeah, around 5 cents. We were getting actually only $70. And now with the reward changed to 155.56, and the kaspa price changed to 6.4 cents, our reward is actually $17 more. So the only held back now is the wait for the new miners to come in by the second half of November, where we're gonna hit again like probably 70 pentahash right away, and then we back to 65. So that's where we're gonna have big reduction in profitability in US dollar value. 75, wait, 65. So yeah, right at around 65, if the price of kaspa stays around 6 cents, that's where we're gonna kick back and just be doing same amount. So as of right now, it's pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We still can do 1500 kaspa a day, so that's a pretty good rate so far. Now I want to talk about KS3 option. The price increased a little bit with the T-Swift just because of that pump. I was gonna order one at 12.50 and now it's 12.9, so it went about $850 just because of the kaspa pump, and I believe it's just fine just because we can still get good ROI here. And what most important is it's still most efficient gigahash per watt miner. So if we look at here, is just the number one miner, and then there will be KS3 Pro in terms of efficiency, but price per gigahash is not the best. I want to say the probably KS2 is currently the best price per gigahash. However, it's not as efficient. So for the long term, in case we're gonna see hash rate increase like crazy to 100, this not gonna help. I mean, this where efficiency gonna kick in, because the price per, unless you have free electricity, you really that's what's gonna matter after that huge increase, because you're gonna be not mining a lot of kaspa and it's gonna cost you some electrical bill. So what's gonna be left over, that's important. Okay, so if you increase, let's say we go to 100 pentahash, so look how quickly it changes here. We're really gonna jump into that $70 mark, and it's gonna be half of the price of KS2 for power. So think about it, it's just half, but it's 4 times more, making 4 times more kaspa. So that's really important, just to look at these numbers for the long term, and not to get like, if you're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get 4 KS2, well, I don't think that's gonna make a lot of sense with the efficiency on a later day. So just pay attention for that if you're still thinking into considering buying any of that. I'm not recommending buying any of this, by the way, any of these miners, but however, this video just more educational and for you just to kind of observe. So at the current kaspa price, current rewards per day, if we ordering KS0 through KS3, by the way, it's a new batch that's going to be released by November 6th, 15, so that the earliest you probably get 16 or 17, the first shipments, right? So that's taken all in consideration. That's where your numbers looking at with the, if the price of kaspa not gonna drop down from 6 cents back to 4 cents, you know what I mean? So it looks pretty good. And then the KS3 actually is quicker in ROI, just in under 7 months. So that's the best so far. Miner probably still to get. Anyways, hope you like the video. What else I was gonna say? Yeah, for KS3, I don't know if I'm gonna put on the pool or on the solo yet. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how that pool gonna perform, you know, like if I'm gonna get through a couple weeks and and I'm still be able to kind of get through around a good numbers. Probably gonna try to do the solo. If not, I think it's better just more stable on the pool. You're not getting any luck, but overall, if you look at my week, I almost didn't get a lot more, so it's only like 5 kaspa more, well, plus 25 that it's was doing under, so it's really 30 kaspa a day difference. Is it worth it to the risk where if you hit one day only like 2 or 3 blocks, that's gonna pretty much ruin everything. Let's just do it. Let's just put, let's say last day I didn't do 9 blocks, but let's say I did, you know, just 3 blocks, right? So that would be like 1500, 15,000, 2 blocks, 15, 2. So let's say I did 3 blocks here, and boom, that's it. So pretty much the whole week performance gonna be ruined by 40 kaspa a day or something like that, right? Not 40, 100 kaspa a day. It's just gonna, all that work throughout the week can be ruined just by one day not performing. So really is all about luck. I think that the solo mining here, so just pay attention. You just probably have to be more aware and check more frequently just to make sure it's running and performing. If you start switching parameters around, it may just take time before you're back on track. So it's really not a lot of help there, because you're restarting the node again, and it just kind of starting almost from scratch, so to speak. But anyways, pay attention to that. I'm wondering what you guys doing. Are you mining more of a solo mining or on a node or any other solo pool mining, or just directly on the pool? And where you think is the best luck, just leave a comment below. Really interested to see what you guys have, and I will see you on the next one.